Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into something pretty cool that you've almost definitely seen out there. Maybe roaring past you, maybe just parked looking like it owns the place. The Bobber motorcycle. They've got that really stripped back look, very distinctive. But what's the actual story? What's behind that image? So our mission today is to take our source material, it's this great interview script called The Bobber Motorcycle, History, Ride, and Soul, and really pull out the core stuff. We want to get under the skin of what makes a bobber, a bobber, from how they started, what it feels like to ride one, and why they've stuck around. So maybe you've seen one and just thought, okay, what is that? Let's start right there. What defines a bobber?
Well, yeah, it's like the source says, not just a bike, it's a statement, really.
Yeah.
At its heart, it's all about simplification. It's stripped down, simple, and lightweight. That's the core idea.
Stripped down, okay.
Yeah, and the name bobber, it actually tells you a lot. Riders literally bob the fenders, like cut them short.
They just chopped them off.
Pretty much. Or shorten them significantly. Mm-hmm. It wasn't just for looks, though that was part of it. It was mainly to cut weight, get rid of anything non-essential. Yeah. So yeah, you could say it's essentially a minimalist, performance-oriented bike that also looks cool. It's about boiling it down to the absolute basics.
Minimalist, performance-oriented. I like that. So if it's about stripping things back, where did this whole idea come from? Who started doing this?
Right. So this really took off in the U.S. back in the 1930s and 40s. And you had big names then, like Harley-Davidson Indian. Their bikes were often the starting point.
So the companies made them like this?
No, not initially. That's the interesting part. It was really a grassroots thing. It was riders and mechanics, guys in their garages, taking these standard bikes and modifying them, customizing them. It was only later, when the style got really popular, that manufacturers kind of caught on and started making factory bobbers.
Oh, okay. So it bubbled up from the riders themselves. But why? Why not just stick with the standard bikes? Was it just about speed?
Speed was part of it, sure, but it was deeper. The source talks about freedom and performance. Think about the stock bikes. Back then, they could be pretty heavy, a bit unwieldy.
Right.
Riders wanted something different, something lighter, more agile, and easier to handle. Mm-hmm. They were looking for a bike that could, accelerate quicker, handle corners better, but also, and this is key, something that could express their personality. It was about making a statement, breaking away from the norm, making the bike theirs.
Freedom, performance, personality. That makes sense. It wasn't just about mechanics. It was cultural. So, okay, that desire for connection and performance, that must translate into the ride itself. This is where I get really interested. What's it actually like to ride one? What does it feel like?
Oh, it's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
Totally different. The handling, for starters, is super direct. Mm-hmm. You feel the road more, much more.
So?
Well, you often have a lower seat height, and the suspension might be rigid or soft, but either way, you're getting a lot of feedback from the road. It creates this really deep, connected to the ride feeling.
Connected.
Yeah, it's crucial to get this. It's not about comfort over long distances like a cruiser. Forget plush touring seats. It's about the thrill of feeling every turn, every bump. You're not insulated from the experience. You're right in it.
So you really feel the machine working, the road beneath you.
Exactly. You're part of it. Now, about speed. Mm-hmm. People ask about that. Classic bobbers, the older ones with smaller engines, they might top out around, say, 90, 100 kilometers per hour, maybe 60 miles per hour or so.
Okay.
But the modern factory ones, like a Harley Softail bobber or the Triumph bobber, those can easily do 160, 180 kilometer highway speeds, no problem.
Much faster.
But honestly, even with the modern ones, speed isn't the main point. It's not really about top speed. The real magic, the core of it, is the feeling of freedom, the raw connection to the machine.
That connection again.
Yes. Yeah. It's almost like the bike becomes an extension of yourself. Seriously. You hear that engine right beneath you. You feel the wind without a big fairing. You see everything because you're sitting low. Mm-hmm. It just hits different.
Yeah.
That's the magic, as the source puts it. It's raw. It's engaging.
It sounds intense, almost elemental. Like you said, less about a long, comfy tour and more about a short, sharp, thrilling blast.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Okay, so pulling this all together, the history, the stripped-down philosophy, the unique riding feel. What's the final word? If someone's thinking about maybe getting a bobber, why should they? What's the essence of its appeal?
Well, I think it's for someone who really gets excited by style, simplicity, and a pure riding experience. Mm-hmm. If those things matter to you, then a bobber makes a lot of sense. It's definitely a bike with personality, history, and soul. not just transportation.
Right. It carries that history with it.
It does. And I love this quote from the source. You're not just riding, you're telling a story every time you hit the road. It's about individuality, choosing something that reflects you, that feels authentic.
Telling a story.
Yeah. And the final thought in the material really nails it. Once you go bobber, nothing else feels the same.
Yeah.
It kind of resets your expectations of what riding can feel like.
Wow. Okay, so that was quite the deep dive. We went from these bikes being kind of garage-built acts of rebellion, stripping away the excess, all the way to this incredibly direct, connected riding experience and this idea of the bike having soul, telling a story. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does it mean to have that kind of deep connection with a machine, to feel like it's part of you? And maybe how does that feeling, that sense of freedom you get from something so purposefully simple, how might that idea, that clarity, echo in other parts of your life? Food for thought, maybe?
Definitely.
How sometimes the simplest choices in design can lead to really profound experiences, something to ponder.